I'm gonna be enjoying these next few weeks in Buenos Aires like they could be my last, because that's the reality of things. This is the final month of my trial with Racing Club. If I don't succeed and the manager picks my teammates over myself, then I'm done. I'm off the club and I'm left to search for another team or retire from the game of football permanently. And even though me and my teammates are in an intense and bitter competition against each other, this is what being a part of a team is all about. We're training with each other, we're pushing each other to the limits, and we both know by the end of the month, one of us will be removed from this club. We both need this spot for different reasons. The teammate that I'm battling against is much younger. He wants a long professional career, while myself, although I'd like to play for as long as I could, I'm in this to save my mother, get the surgery money that she needs, and save her life. One game remains, the final game of 2019. And then January arrives, where our trial will either end or we'll be re-signed with Racing Club. And this is going to be a battle you won't want to miss. Before this final match will potentially come on my last game with the Racing Club, I needed to meet up with my agent to discuss the details. If I fail my trial, or if it continues, what will the contract situation be like? And from what he told me, it's Racing Club or bust. There are no other clubs throughout the rest of the world that are eyeing me. He's putting my name in, but he can't guarantee myself a contract if we fail this upcoming trial. So he said, put my best foot forward in this last game with the Racing Club. And even if we don't get re-signed after this, make it a good match that will be memorable so that he has something to show these other teams that I could be a promising player to the future clubs that he will be reaching out to. But until then, let's just win this last spot. It's myself against my teammates in the training room before the match, 2 hours to go. I've done all the preparation I've needed to, and the games leading up to this that I have played in, I've played well. We've scored goals, we've gotten assists, but the only downfall, y'all know, my age. 27 years old, having to battle against my teammate who's a lot younger and more promising. What potential do I show? Although it might not be much, what I need to do is get out on this pitch and prove that I'm the right player for this club now and not in a few years. Let's do it.
Every time we say goodbye, they all see that it's a lie. 'Cause we always give it one last try. Yeah, you've watched me break 1,000 times.
This is it. The last game of my trial is here. The do or die match. The game that will determine my contract. It could be my final game with the Racing Club, or the game that propels me to a long career here in Argentina and the new contract. Let's get into this game. We're taking on one of the better clubs in the league. It's a matchup against the third best team and the second best team, and we're already getting started with a chance right here to put the ball in the back of the net, and that chance would continue with my first shot of the game. With my weak foot, it was a good one. I thought it would nearly sneak in that top right hand corner. You don't normally see a player like myself with a 2-star weak foot take a shot as accurate as that one could have been. It nearly skims the crossbar. And as for our opposition, it would be an early 1-0 lead. A goal that you can't fault myself on. If after the game I don't get re-signed because of this, well, that would just be stupid. Our defense caught slipping, and it's one of the reasons why this club right here is ahead of us in the table. Our defense has been letting us down seemingly in every career mode that we do. Players just not being marked, getting in behind way too easy. If you guys want to know, we're on world-class difficulty with sliders. Maybe I need to adjust some of these sliders to make things different, or maybe we bump things up to legendary difficulty. That is your decision for future games, but until then, we continue. We push forward with attempts, not for ourselves, but for our opposition, looking to get ahead 2-0. It's a road game. This one would have been a lot more easy if we were playing in Buenos Aires, in front of those Racing Club fans. Yet again, it's another shot with my weak foot. This one a lot less powerful and a lot less accurate. And oh boy, that's a shot you don't want to take in a game of this magnitude. One of the worst attempts I may have taken thus far in my career. And my manager definitely saw that, and other teams out there who I'm looking to impress definitely saw that. Lanús leads by a score of 1-0. I apologize if I butchered that name, but we play on with a chance. Inside the box, going for goal, Rafinho. No. Passing it off inside the deflection, and then the goal. It's 1-1, the equalizer. It's not an assist as the first shot was tipped. The rebound scores, but practically an assist. I mean, if you're counting it in the books, no, it's not. But on paper, you see that goal scored right there. You see myself giving the pass is perfect. Beating one man, beating two men. And then this right here, what a goal, near post. Could that be the assist that earns us a contract? It's a great finish. You got to give all credit to the attacking player recovering from missing the first shot, grabbing the deflection, smashing it back in. And there you have it, 1-1, game on. Until Lanús would have even more chances. I really hope I'm saying this name right. I'm not too great with my Argentinian pronunciations right here. You guys know me, even though I've been to Argentina, I may not be the most familiar with the Spanish-speaking language and everything they got going on down there. But we continue, 70th minute, a chance to take the lead, and that they would. 2-1, Racing Club falls behind, and as soon as we scored that first, the chances were extremely limited. This goal right here comes off the bat of another nice assist, and more players just left unmarked. He came straight in behind the defenders. The center backs weren't even looking. I mean, caught lacking. Number 23, what are you doing? Get in front of a man. Leaving our goalkeeper with no chance. You just can't blame him. It's all on the backs of our center backs. And the game would play on. They would press forward. 80th minute. Time is just running out. The chance of us scoring and taking advantage of one of those actual chances is looking very, very slim. And in the 81st minute, yet another corner. This one right here would end up being saved. Garcia, he may have conceded 2 goals, but as I mentioned, it's not from him, it's from our center backs. And yet again, another save could be in the works. This one going up and over the crossbar. Time was just not on our side. And in the 90th minute, another one where you can fault our center backs. I mean, 3 goals, none of them to blame for the keeper. And this could be it. This could be it for my career. Has this goal just sealed my fate? No chances for Racing Club in the second half that were worth mentioning at all. And this goal right here is an easy one. It's 3-1, it's a loss, and we have to sit back in these last final minutes and wonder the fate of our contract. Have we done enough to earn a spot? I don't care if it's on the bench. I don't care if we're coming in once a month, once every few months. I just want to stay on this team. I want what I want. It's just to be able to say that I'm a professional football player and I won the job. I want to say I did things right. And I don't know what else more I could have done. The goals we've scored, although this may not have been one of my best games, I think we did enough. But have we? After the match, I was expecting to wait a few days to hear his response, to hear what the manager and all his assistants had to say, but it was a simple answer after the game. He said I was done. I'd played my final games with Racing Club, and I need to leave the team immediately. I sprinted out. I wanted nothing to do. I wanted no reason. I'd had enough. My emotions were at an all-time high. My manager wanted to explain things, but I wasn't wanting to hear it. I sprinted out of the stadium, grabbed my bike, headed to the hotel, where I gave my agent a call, or at least I tried to. First, my manager tells me I'm done with Racing Club. Then, next thing you know, my agent isn't responding to my phone calls. Is this it for my professional football career? 6 months, a failed trial, my mother back at home, gravely sick, and there's nothing that I can do about it. Nothing I can do to further things. At this point, with no contact from my agents, it seemed like the only choice was to head back to Brazil. A failed football career. What would I tell my mother? What would I tell my friends and other family members back at home. I was at the airport, and that was it. Failure. The only thing on my mind. I'd missed an opportunity, and because of that, it's not only affecting myself in the long run, but my mother. What a way to end it. Racing club. It was a fun 6 months. I wish I could have done better. But that's it. Ready to board the plane, ready to head back to Brazil. Until my phone started to ring. And there he finally was, my agent, finally picking up and said he was nervous to call because of the results, but had told me that my career was far from over. I'm not going back to racing club, but there are 2 options on the table. These are extremely small clubs that are giving me a bigger opportunity to earn a role as a starter. And more importantly, give me the money that I need to help pay for my mother's surgery. But there's a catch. And there's one stipulation. One thing I need to accomplish before any of that can happen. You'll find out what it is in the next episode. It was a short one today, but we're focused on this story in this My Player. What will happen to Rafinho? Find out on Tuesday. See you boys later.